Hello again, everybody. This is Derek, and I am coming back at you with another Wargaming and miniature video. In today's video, we're going to continue on with our What's in the Box series. And in today's What's in the Box, we're going to be looking at a Waffen SS Panther Kampfgruppe. This is a Flames of War starter force for the Waffen SS. It's a late war box. Flames of War is a 15 millimeter World War II miniature game. It's made by Battlefront, and this box is has everything you need to start playing one side or the other. But before we get started, I've already done a couple other starter boxes, but I want to reiterate this because this might be the first one that you've watched. This is an incredible deal. Why do I say that? Because if you go to the Flames of War website and you shop for either Tiger tanks or Panther tanks or half tracks or armored cars, infantry, anti-tank guns. Okay, if you're shopping for any of those, you'll notice that they sell them usually in platoon boxes, which usually means 4 or 5 tanks. If you take a look at the prices of those boxes, you'll notice that they come out to about $10 per tank. So with 17 vehicles in here, this box should cost over $170, right? And then you're looking at anti-tank guns, right? You got a couple of anti-tank guns here. This set here is probably about a $20 set. And then you've got this small infantry. It's not even a platoon. It's maybe half a platoon. So this is probably about $15. You know, nothing too crazy. And then you also get a rule book inside as well. So, and the rule book runs for about $15 or so. So you're looking at 170, 170, 190, 205 or so, and then with the rule book, about $220, let's say, approximately $220. If you were to buy all these items separately in individual packs. And this box sells for about $100. So you're getting maybe 110, something like that. You're getting more than double value. You're getting twice. You're getting basically 2 for 1 when you get one of these starter forces. Okay, now before I flip this over and take a look at the back of the box, let's go ahead and get rid of this plastic so we can see everything better. All right, now that I've got the plastic taken off of it, I do want to point something out about me personally. I personally do not play Flames of War. I play a game called Battle Group, and the army layout and TO&E is not always exactly the same, but I do love the Flames of War models. I think they are top-notch. I love the extra bits and bobs that they give you. I love the ease of construction. There's lots of reasons why I like the Flames of War models. I think they're top-notch. All right, so let's take a look here. I'm also noticing that I'm going to get a couple of Tiger tanks. I already have personally all the Tiger tanks that I personally need, so these will probably be going up after I get them put together and painted. These will be going up on my eBay store. I still have a need for a handful of Panthers, but the extra Panthers are going to go up for sale. I don't think I need any more armored cars. I definitely need some half tracks. At least these are 250s, so these are the reconnaissance half tracks. I got this pack mainly because this fills a lot of gaps for me in my personal army. But there are some extras in this that I'm not going to need that I can actually sell. Specifically, the rule book. Because I don't play Flames of War, the rule book that comes in this, I'll be able to sell. So take a look for my 15mm miniatures that I've painted or still in the box at my eBay store at Wargaming and Miniature. Alright, so let's take a look at the back. It says I get 5 Panthers. They look really good. I'm going to get 2 88 anti-tank guns. This is not the 88 flak, okay, that you're probably familiar with. I get 2 Tigers. I'm going to get 2 of these 250s with turrets, and then 6 more of the 250s with the machine guns. I suspect that the sprue that the 250s come on have multiple options, like for mortars and anti-tank guns and stuff like that. So we're going to have to take a look at that. And then same thing with the Puma. I believe the sprue of the Puma has not just the Puma turret, but also has the anti-tank gun. It has the howitzer. It probably also has the what's the other one? There's the -1. Oh, with the turret with a 20mm. This is a 50mm. And then we're looking at some stands of SS infantry, SS reconnaissance platoon, and then the rule book. But it also has an SS Start Here booklet, which is going to just basically go through how to assemble all these models. And it also has 2 decal sheets. So let's take a look and see exactly what we get in here. It says it's all plastic. I don't know if any of this is going to be the new ABS. Well, I can see some of the new ABS right there on the top. Okay, so let's pull this out. This large booklet here is the Starter for Start Here booklet. This is, let me take this off the table. This is usually a 3-fold how to assemble all the models, right? Well, this shows it looks like the flak base, but the way the gun shield is positioned, it doesn't look like a flak gun. It looks like the anti-tank gun. But it gives you like point values of what comes in the box. And then it also has a what's next, like how to make your army, how to fill it out, flesh it out. Okay. The next thing should be a Ziploc. Yep, it is. With the 2 decal sheets. One is going to have the numbers and crosses, and the other one is the divisional markings. I see some, okay, those are just numbers. It's also going to have the different unit cards for when you play Flames of War, and then of course the Flames of War rulebook. I have so many cards for Flames of War, I'm considering bundling these up and selling them as a collection, or maybe just keeping them myself, because they're, I never know, maybe I will play Flames of War at some point. Okay, so I'm going to take stuff directly out of the box and put it out so that everybody can see. Bases. Okay, this is the infantry bases. You can see that it's got the indents. It also has a few of these plugs. So like, let's hypothetical, this has 4 holes in it. If I was to only put 3 figures on there because of reasons, then I could fill the 4th hole with a plug to make the base completely flat. the infantry, when you mount them onto these bases, you can see they have individually these round bases, and those fit down inside those holes so that there's less putty work needed. It's pretty much already perfectly flat for you. And I'm glad this is ABS SS. I like the ABS models. Okay. And then we have some crew. Okay, so these are like tank crew or half-track crew members seated or standing behind the machine gun or loading or just waving. But basically those, there's like a bunch of sprues in here. There's 8 sprues it looks like. Okay, they're not all the same because these are the tank leaders. Some of them are barely showing the shoulder and some of them go all the way to the waist. So when you look at the, okay, let's see if I can get you to see this. So you can have guys sticking way out of the turret, or you could have just the like little head poking out. Good variety. I like this little, just this little head. I mean, if I was in the tank, that probably would be me. But okay. I was not a tanker. I was personally an infantryman. And if you're curious to know why I chose infantry over tanks, you can always message me and I will gladly explain my thought process. I was actually airborne infantry. Okay, there's a lot of sprues here. I'm trying to kind of organize them a little bit so that I can see what we get. Okay, this looks like it might be an 80 tank gun sprue. Okay, let's just start with this one. Well, here are the 2 anti-tank guns, the 88s. You got that long barrel 88 right there. You got the gun shield. You got the 4-way base plate. And then all the elevation mechanical gear. But I'm glad they give like a little extra box of extra ammo. I think that's pretty cool. That's a lot of pieces to put that little anti-tank gun together. That's good because that means the model will look very detailed. Okay, before I dig even further into the box, let's just take a look at what I've already pulled out. Okay, these 2 sprues are Tiger sprues. Okay, so you've got 2 Tiger 1s. Just kind of look at, got various turret cupola styles. I think it was early and late war Tigers. There's also like a box that goes on the back of the turret, and I think that's only on a certain model. I think that's late war Tiger 1s. And some of this is Zimmerit. Like these are Zimmerit. So that's pretty cool. Okay. It does not look like these were made for the desert. There's a specific type of exhaust adapter that goes, but that's neither here nor there. This is set up to be a late war, so your late war, it's going to probably be east front. I'm sorry, west front. It could be east front too. Okay, what are these? Okay, I don't know what this is. Hang on, let me get the glare to light up the little Battlefront miniatures. That's all it says. Okay, because that's not a Panther. Maybe it is. Okay, there's 4 of these, 5 of these. Could be Panthers. They have to be the Panther tracks. But these are different than... Oh, okay. The other Panthers I put together with Plastic Soldier Company, so these would be different. Okay, so this is like the second sprue to Panthers. Interesting. Okay, I got all the sprues out. Okay, here is the primary sprue for your Panthers with the lower hull, upper hull, front back turrets. Yep, this, and then this would have to go along with that to finish up the Panther. Got a couple of different gun barrels as well. So maybe it's a variety between the A and the G. Yeah, there's something about Flames of War models that I always point this out whenever I show off any Flames of War tanks because I think it's very important. These Panthers don't have pegs. They don't have slots where a turret, where the wheels or the tracks would fit into those slots. But it does have a sloped piece there where your track has a sloped piece right there. I don't know if you can see it. There's like a sloped piece right there. So there's no way that you can get these on the wrong side. But normally on any of their other tanks, and I'm pulling the Tiger out so you can see, they will have like 3 pegs on one side and 2 pegs on the other, so that when you do go get your tracks and you go to glue them onto your lower hull, you'll see this has 3 pegs. It'll obviously go on the 3 side, and then 2 pegs will go on the 2 side. So you won't get these tracks reversed. And that's the way they do almost all their tanks. I think that is an ingenious way to do it. It keeps you from accidentally gluing the tracks on backwards. So 2 Tigers, 5 Panthers, which come on 2 different sprues, because you get like extra tracks for armor plating. You also get the little skirt that goes along the edge of the tracks, smoke launchers, and looks like bumpers. Okay. And then these would be the 250s, the half tracks, right? The 250 half tracks. I'm going to see if I can, in fact, make them into different models. Okay. Well, there's this sprue, and then there's this sprue. Okay. Okay, this just says 250, right? Just says 250. But just by looking at it, this is also what the 6 sprues. Yeah, there's 6 sprues here. 6 and then 7, 8. So you can make 8 half tracks. But this one comes with the anti-tank gun or the machine gun, right? So you can make a -1 or a dash. I don't think they call it a -10 on the 250. But this could be the command vehicle with a 37, or it could just be a machine gun. It could go either way. And you can even do with the half shield or the full shield. The half shield usually goes with the 37, and the full shield goes usually with the machine gun. Now you can put just the machine gun on the half track, or you can use the crew member that has the machine gun built into him, and you can stand him up inside the half track instead of using that machine gun. Okay, so a machine gun or anti-tank gun. And then these sprues, okay, this has got the turret like they show on the box, but if you wanted to, you could also make it the short 75. Wait a second. Okay. Yep. This sprue is the same as this, right? So really, you get 2 of these little command section sprues, which have either the turret or the mortar or a short 75. Whatever you need, you can use that right there. Okay, that's good. And then finally, you get 2 of the armored car sprues. And as part of this armored car, I can see it already. If I wanted, I could do a turret with the 20 millimeter. I could do the Puma turret with the 50 millimeter. I can do the anti-tank gun, which is a 75. And I can also do, okay, so 20, short 75, long 75, and 50. So yeah, you can do all 4 234 models. I was noticing through the bag some interesting features. Okay, so some of the figures are attached to sprues, some are not. Here is a sprue of, there's a couple of sprues here, minus this one guy, which is right here. Okay, so I got this sprue and this sprue are the same. And if you look at this sprue, this is the anti-tank gun crew. So there's 6 models here, but I'm not going to use 6 models on the anti-tank gun. Here, let me adjust the focus so you can see what these models look like. All right, so there you go. You got the anti-tank gun crew. Big, huge shell right there. Just a guy kneeling. Guy looked like he's getting ready to load. I'm not sure which of these I should be using. Definitely the guy pointing. Definitely this guy. Probably this guy. I don't know if I'm going to use this guy. Okay, these 3... Oh, you don't see it. I have a couple of sprues down here that are all different. Let's take a look at them. riflemen. These are all SS riflemen. Right, so this whole sprue is SS riflemen. And they're not the assault rifle, they're just the standard Kar 98s, right? Okay, now this is a Panzerfaust, but this guy is the ammo bearer, probably for a machine gunner that probably was right there. Maybe this guy. This is the third sprue. Looks like another machine gunner right there with his ammo bearer. Another machine gunner kneeling, probably firing over the head of this guy. That's going to be two. Yeah, he's holding the bipod in his hands right there. And then this guy's prone, ammo bearer, right, laying down for that machine gunner right there. Now I've got a couple of guys, got two exactly, that look like this. I don't think these are drivers. I think these guys are gunners. I'll have to see where these guys go, but there's a couple of guys, looks like they're seated. Got me a kneeling Panzerfaust. Officer with a pistol. Couple of NCOs with MP40s. And that's the infantry. Not counting the crew members that you get. All right, well, that was the Waffen SS starter force, the Waffen SS Panther Kampfgruppe, because you get the Panthers, but it also has Tigers, 234s. Remember, you can make these into any mode you want. The half tracks. This shows 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Two of them can be the turreted ones. But yeah, you can make one, you can mix and match how you want to do them. Get your infantry here. Well, this only shows 4 stands of 2 squads of infantry and a squad or a platoon leader. I think you get more miniatures than that. Well, maybe not with the crew, maybe not so much. Maybe that is just that many. And then you get your 88 anti-tank guns. All right, look forward to seeing more what's in the boxes in the next few weeks. So thank you for coming out and checking this out. And be sure to check out my store, ebay.com/str/wargaming in miniature. I have painted miniatures as well as brand new models. And I'll see you in the next video.